Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now we discuss about the managing the information system audit function. So it means that we manage the ES audit function in our audit group. Me, Andi Pratama Ramadan, and Surya Patra will explain this material for this week. Okay, for introduction, it is consists about four major group or three maybe. Just it is a management on internal group audit function. So suppose we are a manager of audit, so we must to manage the information system audit function in our audit work. So for managing the information system function, first we discuss using a traditional management function. It is planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and then controlling. And it is will affected by information system audit professionalism. And and then for the like an environment of technology will affect the future information system audit. So for me, I will cover about the traditional management function, which is planning until the leading. For controlling until the future information system audit will cover with my partner Surya. Okay, let's start. Okay, if we use traditional management function approach, it consists of five five steps. The first one is planning. The second one is organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. Okay, now we start with the planning. Okay, in planning, as usual, it divided by two type of planning. The first one is long run planning, and the second one is short run planning. In long run planning, it provides overall direction for the function, overall direction in the long run. The second one, the long run planning is to ensure that we have adequate resource to discharge the responsibilities associated with the function effectively and efficiently. So, and then in the long run planning should support the mission of the company. So the focus of long run is three: the overall direction, adequate resources, and then the support the mission. The audit manager must ensure that three kind of the element of long run is fixed. Next to short run is identify the area within organization need to be audited. Okay, it more deeply, it more detail. So in the audit, in conducting audit, we must to focus in certain area that need to be audited, especially in this information system audit. We must to identify in which area will will be audited, will extend in that area. So to determine the potential area, it is based on risk management is unlikely to be successful unless the unit of analysis stakeholder are actively involved in the risk management process. So the first one we must to rely on the risk management process. The next slide. Okay. The now before we explain about the risk management program, we start with relation of ES audit function. First one, so we know the information system audit function will affect the information system function outcomes. For example, improve asset safeguarding and data integrity effectiveness and efficiency. Nah, it is the outcomes. Nah, outcome will be affect the organization mission and goals. will affect the goals. It is achieve the goal or not. So it is the dependent is one to other. Okay, next it is a step of risk management program. The first one is we must to identify the unit of analysis. Which one we must analysis the item. And the next one, identify a set of generic risks pertinent to the unit of analysis. Okay, we must to identify the risk of each item, and then we determine a risk weighting for each unit of analysis. We calculate the risk weighted. Next, we provide the calculation, the example of calculation, and prioritize the audit. After we calculate the risk weight, we can to prioritize audit work that we must to evaluate, and then they determine the resource needed to support the program of audit. After we can determine the focus of our audit, so we can determine the resource needed to support the audit program, something like that. Now, this is the example of table of risk analysis. Okay, for example, the first one, business process. As an audit, sorry, as an auditor, we we assess that order entry have some risk factor RF1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this the description: operation impact, business impact, rate of change, complexity, size, and risk of fraud. This is a risk factor that affect the potential risk in the order entry. And then the materiality for order entry is 8. It is depends on the auditor. So how we get this number or overall weighting? So we sum the risk factor, total risk factor, multiply by the materiality. So if you sum 7 plus 7 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 and plus 6, it result 33, and you multiply by 8, it result the 264 for overall weighting. And we prioritize the audit test in this part in order entry, because it have the greatest risk in the risk analysis, something like that. Hope you more understand in this part. Okay, after the planning function, we move to organizing function. In the organizing function, we must be able to establish the formal legitimacy of its place in organization, role the ES function in organization, the model of structure of information system audit, and then we manage the of resource. For formal legitimacy of its place in organization and role, formal legitimacy and role, it mentioned in audit charter. If you remember in the internal audit, to promote and to clear the right and responsibility of information system audit function, we must to have audit charter. It describe audit function place within organization, audit function authority, and audit function scope. It is to clear and to describe more detail and clear the right and responsibility of information system audit. To clear what must we do, what must we do not do. Something in this audit charter. The next are organization or organizing steps. It is a model of structure. Model of structure. In this part, we study about the staff function vs line function. Is a and two different model. The first one, if you see for the staff function, it is for specialized for ICE for information system audit manager. It is a special part in the audit audit organization, in the audit team have a special position. Meanwhile, in the line function, each of audit team, for example, audit team 1, audit team 3, in each audit team have its information audit specialist. Nah, the two model have advantages and disadvantages. It is depends on the need of the of the audit. It is more specialized and it is more have specialized in each team. Nah, staff function and line function, because there are several argument in the textbook. You can see this a lot of argument that show that the advantages why we must to use the staff function or line function. It is a model of structure. The next model of structure, it is we determine that the structure is decentralized, decentralized, decentralized or centralized. Information system audit group should be centralized or decentralized. The ES audit group. It is a depend some factor. If ES audit perform in dispersed location physically, different location physically, it will be better if the audit manager use decentralization for the decision of each audit. Nah, the condition number two, if the audit group has shortage of ES audit expertise, it will better if the audit manager use centralization, because the audit expertise, ES audit expertise in the center of the location, central, because the decision must be taken by the expertise person. If financial auditor have competence in IS audit, it must be centralized because have a special competence. If the implementation of computer assisted audit technique at different location is difficult, it will be centralized, because if you cannot implement your GAAP effective and efficiently, you cannot result good evaluation for audit, because you will difficult with this technique. So it will better if the decision centralized, if the group is centralized by the center of audit. And the five, if your group have a maturity in financial information system expertise, have a maturity in implementation of computer assisted audit technique. Nah, you can decentralize your audit group, ES audit group especially. Okay, next. Management of sources. Okay, after you arrange the model of structure of your audit group, ES audit group, you must to manage the staff, the source, how to implement, how to conduct the audit information system audit group effectively. The audit manager should predict the number of staff, skill of the staff must have, type of GAAP, computer assisted audit technique, support from other expertise employee. For example, you need the programmer or person who have expertise in coding, something like that. And then you must to adjust with demands from auditee. That is some item that you must to predict to arrange your information system audit structure. Okay. After we arrange the position, we arrange the role, decentralized or centralized. Next, we staffing function. Staff must be hired, develop, and support. There's there's three fundamental function the audit manager should emphasize, and the three element. The first one is staff must be hired. What does it means? It means the recruitment of ES audit staff. So the audit manager must be decide must decide the staff is from ES background, information system background, or audit background. Nah, because it have uh, ev- every single background have advantages. For example, the information system background. It is well in computer control, experience in system design and implementation, can perform tasks better because it is computer computer expertise. So it will effective in perform their task. Meanwhile, the audit background, they have a better philosophy and concept about information system. They can make judgment about accounting and record. They are more stable rather than information system background because the technology every years, every decade have a change, have an innovation. So the more stable is the philosophy, concept, and judgment and professional judgment from the auditor. So it is depends on the judgment of audit manager. They must to choose ES background or audit background. Nah, in the recruitment, the item that should emphasize from audit manager, it is about the education, how their education, how about their training, and then how about their experience, and then how about their skill that is required by the information system audit team. Nah, education, training, experience, and skill for development and supporting it in the next slide. So in must be developed, it must be developed much. It means that development of information system audit staff and support, it is supporting for ES audit staff. Okay, next. Development and supporting. For development, it can be a education and training program. It requires practitioner to be proficient in technical skills associated with computers and auditing, management and organizational skill. Why we must do educate and training? Because the staff must have a competent in technology because the audit work, it audit the technology, audit the information system. So they must competent in technology. And the second one, good control in their work. Because every single organization implement the TQM, total quality management. So they must to maintain that their job, their procedure job is uh, in accordance with the standard, with the SOP, nah, something like that. Good control. And then can more effective and efficient in jobs because every single organization nowadays have to downsize their process. They more effective. So the audit team, the audit staff must be work more effective and efficient. For supporting the staff, we can explain the career path of the information system audit. Information system auditor or CISA, the professional certification is CISA is a specialist group among the general staff auditor. It is the opportunity, right? Because nowadays there are some changes in the technology, all in digitalized and based on computer. So the the critical one now it is a critical to many organization strategy and operation. All operation using a computer system, using a digital, using a robot. So we must to have a good uh, good knowledge and competent in technology. It is an opportunity to increase, to improve our skills. Okay, the last function. The last function from me. Next will explain by Surya. Leading function. The process of motivating, directing, and communicating with their subordinates to achieve their goal. So uh, the audit manager must to motivate, must to direct, must to communicate with their subordinates in order to achieve their goals. So if we concern about the leadership objective, the textbooks explain about the three level. The first one you can see organizations, vision, and goals. So after after that information, the audit manager must emphasize in ES audit function, mission, goals, and plans. Yeah, overall. Level 2 congruence with the objective of specific ES auditor. So you set the overall mission, goals, and plans. So it must be congruence. Congruence means sejalan, right? Objective of specific ES auditor. Nah, specific the jobs, the activity. Nah, the level one, the low level is level one congruence, action of individual ES auditor, the action of every single information system auditor. So the audit manager must emphasize in that level. ES audit function overall, objective of specific IS auditor, and action of individual ES auditor. And then we continue leadership process. We start the leadership process. The manager have to understand the needs of each their subordinates to motivate them effectively. The manager must have to understand their subordinates, must understand their staff. So if the manager know the deficiency, the weakness, the problem of the staff, so they can motivate, they can direct them. Nah, so how to do understanding in their subordinates? They can their observation their behavior. Their behavior means that the staff behavior in performing ES audit, observation, and the second one interview to get the feedback from staff, from them. Nah, it is the two approach that the audit manager can do: observation and interview with information system audit staff. And then because we must to communicate, we must to motivate, so the audit manager must have a good communication, like not just in talking, but also the appearance, the attitude. Nah, for example, the awareness, objectivity, empathy, capacity, self knowledge. It is the personal personal ability to have good communication with subordinates. So the audit manager can lead lead the audit team well, and can manage the audit information system audit function well. Okay, next we'll explain with Surya. Please, Surya.